Alright, hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in a game between Th000 and Passion. This is going to be taking place here on Amazonia. Unfortunately, I could not find the third game between Tiger and Th000, so here's a bit of a bonus cast. Once again, there will be commercial breaks in here just because for the length of this video, yeah, it's just a lot of work on my side, and apologies there, but thanks for watching, thanks for listening. On the top right hand side, we have Passion spawning as the green Undead. Meanwhile, on the bottom left hand side of the map, we do have Th000 spawning as the purple Human. Human versus Undead here on Amazonia should be a great matchup. Amazonia, one of those maps that is really common to the tournament scene. Not that much in the ladder map pool. I don't think I've ever played on it. But then again, it's been some time since I've played 1v1, so it might be in the Battle.net ladder map pool. It's just been some time since I've actually played. Now, taking a look at the strategies, we are going to go into an Altar of Kings, most likely an Archmage, and most likely we'll be training up Footmen for some Militia creeping down over here, or perhaps even some distance over here as well, as Th000 is known to set up fast expansions. Meanwhile, Passion is going for a fast Death Knight going into a graveyard as well, so it looks like it will be Crypt Fiends. And with this Crypt Fiend play, that means that he will be relying on his Tomb of Relics with his Rod of Necromancy in order to place down pressure. Going to be very, very interesting there, as we now see we are going to have one Acolyte sneak on in, but a Footman will be there to get in some damage. Meanwhile, medium armor does take 50% bonus damage from the sword of a Footman. Not quite sure how all this armor works, but yes, it does take extra damage there. Now, we are going to see that Militia creeping already coming in. Altar of Kings making its way down over as well. We can see that there is one Renegade Wizard. It is a 5-3-3 creep camp, meaning the Archmage will not get to level 2. Just very, very close. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is now looking for a way to place down pressure of his own. He wants to perhaps kill a sheep down over here. Nope, it looks like it will be a frog will be his first victim of the game. And with that, where is that Death Knight? Death Knight, no, there, killed something. Now does have two skeletal warriors. How you can resurrect two humanoid skeletons from a sheep or frog, I don't know. But that is the magic of Warcraft 3 magic. Now, coming back over here. Oh, the Death Knight could get some easy experience from a Water Elemental. There it goes. Death Coil on the Water Elemental, giving himself 42 experience. And now we do have 4 Skeletal Warriors. It is going to be up to the job of this Skeletal Warrior army to take down some Total Taskmasters and Tunnelers. There you go. One Skeletal Minion already down. It looks like the second Skeletal Minion will get taken down as well, as the Tunneler still taking a bit of damage. Are we going to see perhaps a Death Coil there? Is this the one that drops items? No, it is not. Now we should perhaps see another charge of the Rod of Necromancy. There we go, as this fight does continue. A little bit of micro coming in with these Skeletal Warriors. However, that bash really taking its toll. Th000 looking to do some Militia creeping, and will Militia creep out this Rock Golem creep camp. Death Knight now making its way back over. Death Knight still seen at level 1, getting close to level 2. Will he perhaps be able to get off a Death Coil and steal some experience once more? There is one peasant who does get taken down. Perhaps another peasant will go down as well. One more peasant getting taken down. Skeletal minions, oh, go after the peasant. There, it gets taken down. The Death Knight now sitting at level 1. Almost getting to level 2. Now needs to back away as it is forced down to 104 hit points. Rock Golem does a bit of damage. Down goes the last Troll Trapper. Level 2 on the Archmage. May get to level 3 or going to be a little bit shy. No, just gets there and picks up a Wand of Mana Stealing. Alright, Wand of Mana Stealing. Now the Death Knight is forced to retreat and return all the way home. Does get to level 2 though, and that is a very good situation for it. We should be seeing some more Crypt Fiends being added now. One Crypt Fiend already on the map. A second Crypt Fiend being trained with a third one being queued. Halls of the Dead will transition into Lich. And we are now moving into the mid-game. Mid-game will generally have that Archmage selling some items, getting that Boots of Speed, and perhaps trying to place down a bit of pressure, setting up an expansion from Th000. I'm surprised that we don't see an Arcane Vault here, but perhaps that is in the near future. Death Knight now coming in as well. Will be sitting at level 2 as we see that the Archmage is doing a trick of his own, coming back in. Oh, what is that? Gloves of Haste. Nice item pickup by that Archmage as the Archmage steals some mana, and with that has another level 2 water elemental. Very, very nicely played there as the Archmage now pushing in pressure on that Death Knight. Coming back over here, Archmage still fighting back around. Very, very important that Passion stays on Blight with those Crypt Fiends. And the Skeletal Warrior unable to finish off a Water Elemental. That would have given, I believe, about 50 experience, or maybe even 66 experience to that Death Knight. Off here, he is still just regenerating on Blight. And with the benefit of that Unholy Aura, regenerating rather nicely from home. There is a Tome of Intelligence. There you go. And what is this Death Knight going to do? Perhaps try to get to level 3. Getting there ever so slowly as the Archmage now doing a bit more creeping down over here as well. Give me a moment. I think someone's at my door. Alright, no one at my door. Just my imagination. Let the games continue. Archmage continuing to do a little bit of creeping, will be able to take down a skeletal minion if he decided to chase it, decides not to. And what is going to be happening next? Transition wise, we are going to have this expansion up by Th000. He does have a Goblin Shredder, so he does have plenty of lumber and will have plenty of lumber for quite some time. However, the Death Knight does have tech advantage with the Death Knight and the Lich, the benefit of being at tier 2, 2 heroes instead of just 1, as we see the Archmage now coming in. Death Knight now comes in, does a quick Death Coil to save a Crypt Fiend, but is it going to be enough? There's the Frost Nova. Damage is being dealt. This could add up really, really quickly as the Death Knight unable to save that Crypt Fiend. Death Knight still trying to battle it out of mana. That could be a little bit of a problem as we now see Crypt Fiends battling out still. Alright, Footman now taking a bit of damage. Is it going to fall? Yes, it does. Level 3 on the Death Knight. Death Knight now going to finish up this particular creep camp. Is anything good going to be left behind? It does not look like it. Just a few shillings of gold. Was it shillings of copper, or is shilling even a word? Now, Death Knight now looking to come back in off over here. The Water Elemental taking a bit of damage, and there is some Blight for the Crypt Fiends and the Death Knight to utilize. Lich now backing off, having to be very careful. Death Knight, is it regenerating like it is on Blight? Yes, it is, even though that it is in the water. Both sides fighting here, and this is going to be a very interesting battle there. There's a Death Coil, Frost Nova. Archmage now down to 399 hit points. I don't believe that was a very, very smart use of 75 mana, as that Death Knight could really use a lot of mana on itself to save perhaps some units. But then again, that is what the Blight is for. You can see how quickly the Crypt Fiends are regenerating hit points, about 2 hit points a second. So that damage will start to add up over time as we now have an Obsidian statue joining the fight. The Obsidian statue going to be giving Essence of Blight, I believe. Yes, so Blight with Essence of Blight. Very, very good. Very, very difficult to take down any of this as we now have the Lich perhaps coming in with the Frost Nova. Both sides are battling it out. It looks like this one Footman is taking a bit of damage. Water Elementals now going after the Obsidian statue. However, the Water Elementals not going to be able to do very much at all as the Crypt Fiends coming back in over the top. Obsidian statue does regenerate a little bit of hit points with the help of the Unholy Aura. One of the few ways that you can actually regenerate hit points on a mechanical unit, as we now see the Water Elemental just chasing after that Obsidian statue. Alright, more damage being dealt, but another Water Elemental goes down. Obsidian statue down to 390 hit points. We can see that the Blight is still there and the pressure is on. Archmage now being forced to back off. You can see triple towers now coming in. Death Knight has to play a little bit of a distance game with the rest of this as the Crypt Fiends now looking to push in. Lich now back over here, perhaps going to try to zone out and have a very good indicator of anything that makes its way in and nearby. Frost Nova off on the rest of the army, and oh, is it going to get that Footman? No! Down to 6 hit points. A little bit of a lucky break as that Lich does not have Orb of Corruption. Orb of Corruption pretty much would have done it as the Death Knight now makes its way off to the north. Massive towers now being built inside the main as we are now getting up to keep. Okay, one tower does go down. Is another tower going to get taken down in time? It looks like the damage is being dealt very heavily, and it looks like, yes, a second tower will go. So far, Passion doing a great job now trying to finish off this tower here. The tower is being repaired, does have level 1 masonry upgrades, and should be able to stand the test as the Crypt Fiends now transition into a different, separate tower. Still not working out. Obsidian Statue, Death Knight taking a bit of mana burn. That is not a good idea at all as the Death Knight does need to back off. Meanwhile, the Archmage and the Footman are now pushing in with Goblin Sappers. Goblin Sappers, is it going to find any very, very easy to take down buildings? That is going to be the question. And what is going to be happening next? Where are these units going? Acolyte, Goblin Sapper, is it going to be able to make its way back over here? Yes, it does take down one Ziggurat. Ziggurat now 46 over 40. We are currently supply blocked as the Black Citadel is taking a lot of damage. Black Citadel having to be very, very careful. Obsidian Statue is nearby. Acolyte trying to back away. Is it going to be able to hide? Yes, it will, as the Water Elemental, no, gets off some damage there. Ghouls are now coming in for the surround as the battle is still raging on. Passion may end up losing this building. Acolyte's now being pulled off. Meanwhile, back over here, we can see the towering push still trying to push in. Death Knight now low on mana, unable to save the Lich. Meanwhile, the Black Citadel down to 800 hit points and rising up to 900 now. This is going to be a key point as the Acolytes now need to harvest some gold in order to stay alive, as we see the towers now finishing off all of the water elementals. Ghouls doing a great job here. Footman now backing off as it looks as though Passion is going to be the winner in this particular exchange. However, this Obsidian Statue does need to back off once again. All right, Death Knight now going after the Altar of Kings. Will the Altar of Kings fall before that Mountain King comes out? Also, will a Goblin Shredder take down a Black Citadel? Only time can tell, and time is not on Passion or Th000's side at this point, as these buildings will get taken down if left unguarded and unrepaired. All right, Acolytes once again being repaired once more. Ghouls now trying to come back. Problem is that Passion cannot repair any units, or sorry, cannot train up any additional units, as the Footmen are now continuing to gauge in. Down goes the Altar of Kings. Death Knight now comes in with a Death Quell. Both sides still fighting it up, as we now see Footman trying to take down a farm here. Cryptfiend trying to take down a farm as the Obsidian Statue down to 50 hit points. That is a bad position for it to be. Back off over here. Black Citadel sitting at 575 hit points and dropping now, as the Acolytes need to make their way over. All right, there's the Scroll of Town portal. What's going to be happening next? Is this one Obsidian Statue going to get taken down to 22 hit points? It gets taken down by the double water elementals. Nicely done. Footmen are all that is left, as we see Th000 sitting on a 2-base economic advantage. All right, let's come in here next. We can see one Slaughterhouse. Acolytes are retraining back up. We are at Black Citadel. Orb of Corruption has been picked up by that Death Knight, most likely given to that Lich. There we go. Adding in a little bit more zip into that Lich's Ice Ball. So the Lich's Ice Ball now will remove 5 armor, which is essentially a 30% increase in damage that any particular unit will take. All right, Kobold Taskmaster will get taken down. Lich will get to level 3, and a level 4, level 3 hero combination against Th000, who is currently sitting at level 1, or with 1 hero only. And where is that hero? Oh, we cannot see it. All right, where is that hero? Hero is back off over here, sitting at level 4. So level 4, level 3 versus a level 4. Black Citadel taking a lot of damage. Acolytes are attempting to repair. The repairs are currently unfruitful, as the Water Elemental continuing to push in again. All of these Acolytes trying to get away. It looks as though the Acolytes will be able to slip back there. The Archmage cannot push in there. That's simply too many towers, and the Acolytes will be able to save this. Meanwhile, back down over here, continuing the fight, Frost Nova, Militia now getting taken down. So it looks like the main base may get taken down here, as the Crypt Fiends are finishing off many of these peasants. Peasants now gone down, and it looks as though the main base of Th000 will be falling. One guard tower is all that is left now, standing in between the Death Knight and the Crypt Fiend from being able to finish off the rest of these buildings. All right, instead of a Mountain King, it is going to be a Panda, more out of necessity for Th000 than out of any sheer choice. One Footman will get taken down off here, and what is going to be happening next? Down goes a farm, and then perhaps even that keep. Once that keep goes down, that means Th000 will be sitting essentially at tier 0. Meanwhile, Th000 just creeping rather nonchalantly, not caring that his main base is being destroyed. All right, this looks like the new main base now. You can see double Arcane Sanctums training up Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers are rather effective against Undead, as they are immune to hero nuking, and Crypt Fiends do not deal that much damage to the Spellbreakers' medium armor. All right, Death Knight now looking to back away. You can see that there is a couple creeps off over here once more. Another creep camp here. Panda sitting at level 1, almost getting to level 2. May finish it off. Skeletal Minion does spot the rest of this army, And this is going to be a very, very key important note for Th000. What is Th000's follow-up going to be? Oh, Troll Trapper. Why isn't he finishing this off? As the Crypt Fiends now show up. Alright, easy shot there. Down it goes. No item left behind. As the Lich is still sitting at level 3. Alright. Skeletal Minion now makes its way off over here. Panda and Archmage making their way down to the 6 o'clock position. And with Th000 now down to 1 base, his economic advantage is all for naught, and his tech advantage is nil, as Passion, already sitting at tier 3, could be getting Destroyer form already, and with Destroyer should be able to take down many of these towers rather easily. Destroyers dealing magic damage should finish off, but what is this? An army of Spellbreakers. We need to see Abominations, and we need to see them quickly. Otherwise, this Archmage Panda team is going to just simply run over all of the ground army and then be immune to all of the magic army. Acolyte now making its way off to the north and holding with the rest of the army. I believe it was repairing this obsidian statue. Does it have auto repair? I cannot tell. Death Knight now just continuing to finish off some of these mud golems here. Level 4 and level 3. It could be level 5, level 4 momentarily, but we see a creeping of the granite golems. This is a very, very aggressive pre-pattern coming in from Th000. Th000 has to be rather careful. Is the water elemental? Yes, the water elemental tanking all of that damage. Granite golem immune to the feedback damage of the Spellbreakers. Rock to the head for Panda. Archmage will get to level 5. Panda will perhaps get to level 3. And I believe that will be the case. Oh, yes, it is level 4, short by 2 experience. And there, Frost Nova, Death Coil. Archmage is in trouble. How much damage can be dealt? Oh, this is looking so bad. There's a Death Coil. And we going to see another attack? No, we are not. We're going to see the Scroll of Town Portal happening back over here. And are we going to see a Frost Nova? All we need to see is one bad Frost Nova. No, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, buying himself some time. Otherwise, that Lich is just going to come in and Frost Nova this Archmage, and the game will pretty much be over. So far, we are taking a look at this crazy, crazy game. Double Obsidian Statues giving mana and hit points to the Undead. Arcane Vault most likely will get taken down. What about the rest of these towers? I'm not so sure. Death Knight wants to disrupt all of the healing that's going on the Archmage, as the Archmage does have, or did have, a replenishment potion. Both sides still fighting it out. Death Knight half on mana. Lich nearing max, now at max on mana, and this is looking very good for Passion. Passion sitting on these bases. We have 300 seconds left, which is about 5 minutes. This base, plenty of gold left in its depths, and will continue to have more. There's a Death Coil on the Archmage. Archmage now getting healed back up as we see more long distance attacking from these Crypt Fiends. Obsidian Statue still doing its job here, as we now see a Necropolis and a Haunted Gold Mine taking the 12 o'clock position for Passion. Passion looking extremely strong as this game rolls on. Th000 sitting at about 1,300 minerals with no real way to spend it, as he doesn't want to go into high upkeep just quite yet. Passion is sitting at 57 over 60 in low upkeep, and still enjoying the fact that he has a superior army. Alright, Archmage now taking a bit of a beating, now being forced to back off once more. Crypt Fiends continuing that battle. We can see Spellbreakers. Obsidian Statue did get taken down, but I believe the Archmage was simply too far away, giving all the experience to the Panda, who is just shy of level 3. Level 5, level 3 coming in shortly. Meanwhile, level 4, level 3, soon to be 5-4. If Passion can get off the necessary kills, perhaps on some peasants. One peasant does go down. This Crypt Fiend taking still a lot of damage. And what are we going to have here? Are we perhaps going to see more peasants taken down in just a second? Spellbreakers, Arcane Towers just coming back over the top, hitting the Destroyer, who does have 21 to 27 damage, 2-0 upgrades. Abominations now looking to come in. That's exactly what the Doctor ordered, to stitch up the rest of this army and find its weaknesses. Those Spellbreakers are not going to stand a chance unless they completely outnumber more than 2 to 1 these Abominations. Alright, both sides still fighting. Death Coil not looking to come in, though. Death Knight just simply out of mana, unable to really challenge this. And what is going to be happening next? Destroyer is now looking to poke in and get some damage on some arcane towers. And fighting, going back and forth. Spellbreaker still trying to defend, and this is doing a great job here as we are taking a look at this. Rebuilding the base by Th000. So Th000 is actually rebuilding his main, and by rebuilding his main, he may actually get back into this. Rebuilding that main would completely catch Passion off guard now, as another guard, or another, I was gonna say guard farm, which is probably a pretty good name for it, acting as a wall, as the guard farm was now taken down. Alright, Goblin Shredders of Th000. Passion now looking to try to engage. Is it gonna work? No, it does not appear to be the case. As Passion once again regroups and tries to press here on the front door. Th000 sitting at 50 over 66. Will be at 50 over 60 in just a second. There you have it. Abomination's now trying to test the waters. Spellbreaker's taking a bit of damage and now needing to back away again. Alright, so long battle. Both sides just playing to try and capitalize and finish this off. Death Coil off onto the Panda. Panda now getting Frost Nova, very low on hit points. Down to 24 hit points. There it goes. Level 4 in the Death Knight. Lich, I believe, is still level 3, getting very close to level 4. And now without the Panda, the army is just that much weaker. Death Coil now onto Abomination, as the units are now making their way off over into the side here. Wow, one Goblin Shredder taken down in an instant. 2 level 4 heroes for the Undead. Death Knight now pushing in once more. Panda getting resurrected. That is a lot of guard towers. What is the Death Knight looking to do here? Peasants are not able to repair, as they cannot get within range in order to repair, as the Abominations are still charging in. Arcane Tower feedback. Both sides just looking to clear up this all in just a moment. We can see 2 Obsidian statues, a lot of damage being had. And what is Th000's next strategy? Th000's next strategy will be teleporting back home in order to save his base. And yes, he is going to be able to save some of his units while taking down others. It looks as though the Goblin Shredder may get taken down. Yes, down it goes, leaving the Death Knight at level 5 and the Lich still at level 4, about a third of the way to level 5. Spellbreakers, Priest now making their way down. Castle being upgraded once more. Altar of Kings needs to be rebuilt in order to train back up that Panda. That is so important at this point, as the Priests are now making their way down. Alright, taking a look at the map, there are only 2 gold mines on this map, and we may have a situation where both of these gold mines are absolutely mined out before the end of the game. This is going to be one of those situations where whoever is in low up or no upkeep right now has the better chance, and that is definitely Th000, as Th000 is essentially not losing what 180 gold a minute. That is a large amount, folks, as Th000 now going to be losing all of his buildings inside his main, and with pretty much no hope of returning. Alright, as long as Passion comes in with 4 full magic towers, all of these guard towers will get taken down in a matter of moments. The question will be, when will that be happening? As the Spellbreakers now simply land on top of the rest of the human army. Are they going to actually take a bit of damage? Are they going to suffer the damage? It looks like they might. And now, one Obsidian statue now looking to back away. The Obsidian statue backing away again. Water Elemental going after those units. It will get taken down, as one Abomination is left behind to try and finish the Town Hall. No, going to be going after nothing. No, going to be going after a Spellbreaker. So the Spellbreaker actually taking a fair amount of damage, and now the Spellbreakers do need to back off here, as the Abomination cannot go up against that many Spellbreakers easily. So, continuing this fight here. Meanwhile, we can see another attack up top Staff of Teleportation getting into position. Crypt Fiends are in play as well. One very, very low hit point Crypt Fiend trying to get to the back. It does get to the back, but at what cost? As a lot of damage will be dealt here. Crypt Fiends get a surround on the Archmage, and that is the cost there of the unit trying to escape. All right, Obsidian statues now back down once again. Are they going to be healing back up? I do not believe so. Obsidian statues cannot naturally regenerate. Are these units could be making their way back down again? Abomination just attacking at that town hall. And that will perhaps take about another 3 minutes to take down for one lone Abomination to finish off such a large hit point building with 7 armor. Death Knight and Crypt Fiends now making a move down. Where are they going to be going? Perhaps down off over here. The gold mine now down to about, what is that, 610 or 6,010 seconds, I believe is the magic number there. Meanwhile, the main base has already been mined out. Off over here, the main base has not yet been mined out, as there's still about 9 minutes left there. Abomination just simply sticking around back home, perhaps waiting for the attack. Though sitting at just level 2 with that Panda, may consider trying to get to level 3 here, which would be a very, very safe call. Spellbreakers, Panda now making their way down here. It looks like they will be going after the mercenary camp. Both sides regrouping after a rather hectic early game. Panda now seeing that level 3. Level 2 Breath of Fire is on the way. Boots of Quathalos now will be picked up most likely by that Panda, and the units will be rolling out. Crypt Fiend, Death Knight nearby. Boots of Quathalos, Panda, Boots of Speed. And here we go. We may have unit caught in transition. That is going to be a very, very bad news here. But Th000 is under at least some of the cover of his main. But the Paladin does get taken down. So a level 1 Paladin has fallen, giving level 6 Death Knight to the Undead army. Alright, Knight and Water Elemental pushing in inside here, trying to take down the 12 o'clock expansion. Meanwhile, Altar of Kings will be falling. And with that Altar of Kings, Th000 is in trouble. No more resurrection on the Paladin. Even with his fast resurrection time, was not able to save it. Crypt Fiends now coming back in once more. Are we going to see a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire? No, not yet. Both sides still trying to engage. Spellbreakers are backing off once more. And this battle, it has been won pretty much for the books. Non-stop fighting and bickering between Th000 and Passion here on Amazonia. Spellbreakers now engaging against all of those Abominations and Crypt Fiends. We are going to be going into a workshop, though, which most likely mean mortar teams will be out and about. No, it is actually going to be siege engines. So siege engines will be out and about. Give me one moment. Alright, sorry about that, but the game is rather long and I do not have a co-caster, so things are coming out to be a little bit difficult for me. Alright, we can see that there is one Acolyte who was trying to hide in the back over here after a little bit of an engagement. Meanwhile, down over here, we can see that meat wagons are launching corpses over here at this castle. So the battle still rages on. Back over here, the new town hall is going to be destroyed. So it is being destroyed well before it got its return on investment. And Passion is doing a good job limiting Th000 down to one base at all times. The problem is that Passion is not sealing the deal, and he is currently in low upkeep, meaning that the longer this game goes and the more attrition there is, the better it would actually be for Th000. Now, on top of that, Th000 needs to get his, I believe, his Paladin out. We can see a little bit of a reveal there. Not quite sure what's going on. Why there is actually the reveal icon. Or the arcane site, as we are now getting into some meat wagons launching themselves at the arcane tower off over here. We have flying machines trying to engage. They will be going after those destroyers. More and more flying machines being added, and the counterattack needs to happen soon, and it looks like it's happening now. Abomination's now coming in. Archmage pretty much taking an absolute beating already. Flying machines going after the destroyer. Destroyer already down to 267. Panda, the Panda is Th000, so there's not going to be any breath of fires on those flying machines. Meanwhile, the Panda now to 181, 80, 61, 21. Scroll a town portal transfer at the last possible moment down to 9, and it will scroll a town portal back. Frost Nova and Archmage, Paladin. Panda gets taken down. Paladin was able to heal up the Archmage, but unable to save the Panda as the Panda falls at level 3. No resurrection possible at this point as the Altar of Kings is gone. Battling still going on. We could have an animate dead here as the Passion is still trying to push out forward. This could be really, really bad. The Death Knight needs some mana as we now see more damage being absorbed by that Abomination. Abomination now going up against a couple Spellbreakers. Both sides fighting. Crypt Fiend will go taken down. Abomination gets taken down. Death Knight without mana is pretty much just a very, very big tanky unit, and this is not looking good. Crypt Fiends are looking to fight back, unable to do so as we now have Knights on the field. Frost Nova, wow, Divine Shield on the Paladin at the last possible second, tanking a lot of that aggro. Death Knight now trying to push back in once more, and the counter wave coming back in again. I was waiting for an exciting moment in the game, and here it is. Both sides taking heavy, heavy losses. The Water Elemental looks like it will be able to escape. We can see that there is one Water Elemental here. Is it going to fall? I do believe so. Down to 134 hit points. Down it goes. Lich sitting at level 5, almost at level 6. We might see the classic good old WarCraft 2 Tides of Darkness, Death and Decay coming in. Meat Wagon launching in those corpses. Arcane Towers now being repaired. We can see Lich is almost at level 6. Don't lie to me. There he is. He is now at level 6. Death and Decay could be coming in as the Crypt Fiends are fighting back against those Spellbreakers. Knights now coming back in over the top. Where is that Paladin? I do not see. Paladin now back down over here. Is getting healed back up and needs to get Staff of Sanctuary and healed back up once more as the Archmage is almost at level 6. Crypt Fiend very low on hit points. Death Knight now coming back in over the top. Are we perhaps going to see a Death Coil on that on the Knight? No, down to 283 hit points, and it does survive. A Death Coil from the Death Knight would have meant death for that Knight. And yes, apparently the Death Knight now making its way back over here. Barracks will get taken down. Lumber Mill will get taken down. No, deciding to ignore it. Gonna keep all of the units together. The Obsidian statues going to be the mainstayers here, as I believe we saw absorb mana. There you go. There comes the flying machines. Did the Destroyer? No, the Destroyer does not have any mana at this point, as the Panda now with the Orb of Fire attacking at that one very, very vulnerable Destroyer. The Destroyer needs to stay alive. It does absorb some mana from somewhere as a second Destroyer now jumps into the air. All right, we can see some siege engines now making their way over. Obsidian statue is taking a bit of damage. All right, the fighting is going on. Crypt Fiend will get taken down. We see Dark Ranger. Are we going to see Silence? Death Coil. Frost Nova. Silence on the Paladin. Paladin is not going to be able to make it. No Divine Shield because of the Silence as the Death Knight kills the Paladin in cold blood. So far, Destroyers continuing to battle it out. Crypt Fiends fighting it out here. Crypt Fiends now need to back off as the Destroyer going to get taken down. Flying Machines doing its job. Every unit on the field countering each other or something like it, as now the Panda pushing in a little bit too far. All right, things are going to go bad for the Panda. No, he drinks a health pot. Destroyer, Meat Wagon. Destroyers and Meat Wagons are falling. It looks as though this Meat Wagon down to 32 hit points. Obsidian, no Obsidian statue as the Acolytes now trying to repair the Meat Wagon will be able to do exactly that and take down the Siege Engine. Very, very interesting strategy using the Meat Wagon to take down the Siege Engine since it is a fortified armor, and that might actually give more experience to the Death Knight. Death Knight getting in a little bit more experience there. All right, level 2 now on the Dark Ranger, level 6 on the Lich. Coming back to the human side. Human side has level 6 on the Archmage, level 3 on the Paladin, on the Panda, and I believe the Paladin is still MIA after an untimely death. Tho now down to about, what, another 300 seconds, 5 minutes in that gold mine. This gold mine still has plenty to go in terms of the game, and things are looking very, very up and up. Sorry about that. Okay, so both sides are going to be continuing to fight. Looks as though Obsidian Statue will maybe perhaps get taken down, trying to get away. Breath of Fire does take it down, and we can see double Crypt Fiends, low hit point Lich, Death Knight continuing to fight as the Panda with Boots of Speed moving so quickly. Death Knight unable to finish off the Panda, as the Panda at level 3 has been getting off so many Breath of Fires and almost taking down multiple units. There's a Death Coil onto a Crypt Fiend to keep it alive, and the units are still running back. There's another Breath of Fire, a Holy Light coming in from the Paladin, and does save and takes down the Crypt Fiend after a 1-2 combination punch. Okay. I believe at some point Passion will be forced to start unsummoning some of these buildings in order to get a little bit more gold. And once he has a little bit more gold, may be able to replenish his army. His army is starting to look rather scarce, sitting at 43 supply. Meanwhile, battle in the center, siege engines. Drunken Brawler, what is that? Drunken Brawler, Breath of Fire. Onto that Panda, or from that Panda, causing problems. There you have it. Unholy Aura still continuing that chase. It may not have been Drunken Haze at all, as it looks as though one Water Elemental will get taken down. Coming back over here as Staff of wow, mass teleport into Passion's base. That could cause problems. Meat Wagon now coming in, level 6 Archmage, making its way over, and now going to be pressuring Passion. Passion now being forced to try to repair. Is it going to be able to repair in time? I don't believe so. The Meat Wagon unable to attack down and finish off all of these siege engines. Meanwhile, back over here, we do have a silence onto the Archmage, Paladin, and Panda. Both sides continuing to fight it out. It looks like the Meat Wagon has gone down. The fighting still continuing. The siege engine will get taken down here, but not before another Ziggurat falls. So far, Passion sitting at 40 over 90 doesn't really need that much, as the siege engine trying to take down the haunted gold mine. It is not going to be able to do so, and down it goes. One moment. All right. Crypt Fiends, Obsidian Statue, Death Knight, Lich now making its way back over. For some of you guys who don't know and don't follow me on Facebook, the doctor has diagnosed me or suspects I may have shingles in the eye, so if I have a little bit of long pauses, it may be because I'm trying to adjust my eyes and not scratch it out right now. Anyways, Lich now coming back over here. It looks like the town hall is going to try and be constructed. It may end up getting canceled, but the problem right now is that the Archmage sitting at level 6 has mass teleport. It can teleport essentially anywhere on the map. The Lich is very much out of position. I cannot believe this. This Lich is going to get taken down so quickly. Rest of the army is here. Staff of Teleportation is going to be able to get away in time. There's the Frost Nova. Staff of Teleportation. Is it going to fall? Holy Light. No Holy Light. And there you have it. Once again, the Lich back up to 500 hit points already pretty much, as the Death Knight with no items. Items are pretty much been all sold out. One ghoul now making its way in. All right, let's see. Coming back over here, Death Knight, Crypt Fiends, Obsidian Statue, making its way over, and it looks as though a Siege Engine will be returning home. Meanwhile, more creeping happening over here. Panda trying to get to level 5. I'm so sorry about that. Panda trying to get to level 5 will be able to do so here in just a moment, or get very close. The Archmage should be backing off, as the Archmage is just stealing experience right now from that Panda. True Shot Aura now going to be given to the Panda and also the Archmage, And also the water elementals, more importantly, that +5 damage is going to be absolutely huge as we now see a massive push moving in once more. All right, Death and Decay now on the castle. The castle taking a bit of damage, and this is going to be huge. Death and Decay on the castle here, even though there is arcane feedback. Staff of Teleportation, or no, not Staff of Teleportation. Mass Recall now coming in as the Lich now needs to get the heck out of there. Will it be able to retreat in time? Siege Engines now making their way over to the Necropolis. Necropolis taking a lot of damage, and now we're going to have repairing once more. All right, going after another Ziggurat. It should just be canceling on that Nerubian Tower, and this is causing problems. Why even save the Nerubian Towers any longer? You don't need it. You don't need it at all, even though the supply is there. Okay, should have just simply canceled. Meanwhile, back down over here, the gold mine is out, and that is it. Every gold mine on the map, except for this one. This one still has plenty. Has been mined out. This one has about another, what, 15 minutes to go? Another 15 minutes to go if those acolytes could actually get to work. So I don't know if we'll actually see this one particular mine mined out. Obsidian Statue needs to regroup with the rest of the army. Death Coil not happening. Dark Ranger not getting off any attacks here as the units are now backing off. It looks as though this one Siege Engine trying to finish off this Ziggurat, and he's still repairing it. Not quite sure why. The Siege Engine just taking a lot of damage there, and it will be falling. Down it goes. No experience given since it was taken down by a tower. Archmage drops another water elemental. Divine Shield on the Paladin backing off. Panda is currently death coiled. Holy Light silenced. Everything you want to say about that Panda was pretty much accurate at that point. Even True Shot Aura as the Obsidian Statue now backing away. All right, where is that True Shot Aura now? Staff of Teleportation, where did it go? Back off to the north as the True Shot Aura is on that Archmage, continuing this pressure. Down goes another Ziggurat, and this one Necropolis now trying to be repaired. Is it going to be repaired in time? No, it is not. It will fall. Acolytes are going to fall. And now with all the Acolytes gone, that does spell some problems. The Necropolis Black Citadel off over here could, in fact... Oh, Staff of Teleportation. No, that was a Scroll Town portal to head back off over here as the Lich trying to do some damage onto this building. Though still mining at the main base as the Lich now able to get away. Okay. Death Knight, Dark Ranger, Lich now coming in. We see double siege engines. This game is apparently, according to the observers, is over, but I don't know who has the game. I think Th000 has a slight advantage with that mass teleport, being able to be everywhere at once. 42 minutes into this game, and we still have mining coming in from Th000. Meanwhile, down over here, there is one Acolyte. That poor Acolyte gonna get taken down. There it goes. Crypt Fiends now trying to make their way back. You cannot go into a base race with someone who has mass teleport, as you guys can clearly see. Nerubian Tower, and with no real way to stop this Archmage, except from silence, there's not much that you can really do to slow this down. All right, Archmage now down to 850 hit points, now down to 530, getting a bit stuck. This could be huge. No, Paladin is now stuck. Paladin coming back. No, Staff of Preservation or Sanctuary saving it. The Death Coil. It looks as though the Knight will get taken down. Yes, it does. Panda now in a bit of trouble. Is it going to be able to escape? Yes, it does with the help of Mass Teleport, as the Dark Ranger was not nearby. I was going to say the Dark Ranger is the only thing that can shut down the Archmage, and it was not nearby. Paladin now making its way over. Holy Light not coming in, as we now see Siege Engines making their way over to try and destroy the main base. Archmage, if that Archmage dies, that will be it. But Mass Teleport happening on the other side of the map again, as the battle still ensues. Th000 really abusing this Mass Teleport. Not quite sure how he has this much mana with only level 2 Brilliance Aura and constantly dropping in Water Elementals. Staff of Teleportation now coming in for that Lich. The Lich, what is that Lich gonna do? The Lich cannot really do much of anything, as the Black Citadel will get taken down. Down it's going to go as the Siege Engines working their magic. Lich now in the back by his lonesome self. Acolyte gonna get taken down. Are we gonna perhaps see this Panda taken down? No. Holy Light, Divine Shield, and pretty much Passion is out of options. Nothing really left. Knight continuing the battle. Staff of Teleportation gets the heck out of dodge, and now back down over here once more. All right, no one is mining at all. Army sizes is 38 over 20, 26 over 60. Holy Light. Archmage now continuing the battle once again. There is some death coiled action again as the Knight backing away. All right, 44 minutes into this game. I can continue this for I don't know how much longer. Both sides continuing to fight. Paladin down to, what, 430 some odd hit points. Where is that Dark Ranger? The Dark Ranger needs to be nearby. Staff of Sanctuary saves the Knight again. But the Panda now in trouble, or Paladin now in trouble. Not any longer. Divine Shield. 30 seconds of invulnerability as the Death Knight now tries to back away. Dark Ranger now looking to come in. Holy Light saves it again. Staff of Sanctuary saves the Paladin. Paladin now trying to stay alive as the Death Knight is unsure of what to do. All right, where is that Lich? Lich needs to come back in. Lich is chasing after this Siege Engine. Siege Engine has -1 armor, but it's not going to matter as this Siege Engine now trying to get away. Where is this Siege Engine going to go? Does the Lich spot it? It should. Oh, it can't actually spot the tracks because it is in the water. All right, Siege Engine now taking a beating. Is it going to keep on ticking? I do not believe so. Lich may actually get to level 7 here. Dark Ranger seen at level 3. Is the death? No, I don't think the Lich will get to level 7. No, perhaps not close enough as the Paladin, Knight, Archmage battle is going to continue. Apparently, everyone says Passion is going to take this game. I'm not so sure. It's 51-49% undead. Someone has a calculator calculating all of everything that's going on the map, and I don't believe that Passion can actually leave his base. That is the problem. Oh, Lich. Oh my gosh, Lich is in trouble. Is the Lich going to be able to make it away? The Lich does not have Boots of Speed. Oh, the Lich does have, however, a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is he going to be able to make it away? Death Knight, there's the Death Coil saving him. Panda is absolutely beastly, and it's not even level 5 yet. All right, Silence needs to stop this, but I for some reason we haven't seen Silence come in as of yet. There's the Holy Light on the Death Knight. Death Knight is the key link here, and the Archmage is the key link on the human army. If the Archmage or the Death Knight loses or dies, that is pretty much going to be game already, as the Dark Ranger may try to come back in from the back. All right, here we go. The engagement's going to be happening. There is another Death Coil. We are going to have an engagement now as the Dark Ranger does show up in time, but what is it going to do except take in another Breath of Fire? Crypt Fiends away from the rest of the army. I cannot believe I'm seeing this as the Death Knight now backing away. There's another Holy Light saving it again, and the Obsidian statue staying on Blight. Is it going to be enough? All right, Death Knight is in trouble. Dark Ranger trying to go after some of these units. Are we going to see the Paladin? Oh, beautiful, beautiful double Staff of Sanctuary. Oh, and a beautiful Divine Shield. Oh my gosh, but this Siege Engine will get taken down. Crypt Fiends now making their way over. Are the Crypt Fiends now going to regroup? This Siege Engine will get taken down, but not before taking down another Nerubian Tower. 3 buildings are left, and that is all that is standing in this game. Passion fighting it out till the very end. You take a look at the buildings, and you realize how far behind Passion is. Th000 sitting at 23/60. He has the smaller army, but look at these buildings and you will see something else. Archmage now trying to do a creep and trying to get some additional gold here. That may be a little bit of his undoing. If he can get gold, he can start some long distance mining perhaps. Death Knight or Paladin needs the Holy Light. Yes, saves one there. And still, are we going to perhaps sell some items? Yes, he could sell some items, and it looks like Th000 is going to win. What, another golem, granite golem gets taken down. Panda sitting at level 4. Archmage should back away at this point. Give level 5 to the Panda and level 4 to the Paladin. And this would be absolutely huge. Level 4 now on that Paladin. Level 4 on the Panda. Archmage still sitting at level 6. Divine Shield. We see a Medallion of Courage giving to the Archmage. Archmage needs the extra hit points and needs the extra intelligence for all of that mass teleporting that he's doing. He's really carrying his army. Death Knight now making its way off to the top left. Doesn't spot anything. What is this? Dark Rangers, skeletal minions or dark minions are out on the field. This is looking rather strange now as Passion cannot move out. This is absolutely, absolutely horrible. as the fighting is now going on. Dark Ranger now trying to engage. Are we going to see a Frost Nova? Yes, one Knight does get taken down. That's going to be a bad engagement there. Death Knight now trying to push in continually. Are we going to perhaps see another unit taken down here? The Divine Shield, is it the 25, is it the 30 second, or is it the 15 second? That is a key question. Mass Teleport, where is it going? Back off to the north? No, it's not hitting there at all. Where did it go? It was silenced. It was silenced. A beautiful silence stopping that mass teleport, but it may come in anyways. A Slaughterhouse taking a lot of damage. All the units need to make its way all the way back. The Lich perhaps should Staff of Teleportation. And what happened there? I thought I saw a teleport happen again, but where'd the Archmage go? Okay, Archmage there. Yes, you can cancel mass teleport with silence. You can block it. All right, so the Siege Engine now trying to return back home. It needs to stay alive. It is down to 300 some odd hit points. Oh, Staff of Sanctuary saves it. And now the units are on the run again. This army is pretty much everywhere. And Bean said in Ender's Game, movement absolutely important in fighting. Being able to move and be anywhere you want to be, that is proper positioning, and it really feels like Th000 is doing that, using proper positioning to take every battle that he can. 3 buildings is all that is left. 117 gold, that is it. Archmage, Paladin, Panda now making its way off to the north. Death Knight trying to lead the rest of the army. Is it going to spot it in time? Yes, it does. Now we see perhaps another engagement coming through. Archmage, are we going to perhaps see a silence? Death Knight, oh, 1 Obsidian Statue now down. That was a horrible loss. Paladin is very, very low on hit points. Staff of Sanctuary could be coming in. Oh, Divine Shield instead. Siege Engine is back 51 minutes into this game. Both sides still fighting. Death Knight going after the Siege Engine now, knowing that that's a critical battle. There is another silence, no Breath of Fire coming in. The Death Knight needs to come in as, no, that was not a hero getting taken down. Holy Light. Paladin needs to stay alive. Both sides fighting. There's another Death Coil. If there's a will, there's a way, but whose will is stronger as the Siege Engine may get taken down? No, Sanctuary. Staff of Sanctuary once again saves it as the Dark Ranger now may be in a little bit of trouble. Fighting back on Blight, will be retreating. 1 building has gone down. Th000 is in trouble. The Siege Engine now going to get taken down here as the Paladin, or the Archmage, is one of these units going to fall? Death Knight does not have the mana. This is huge. Death Knight doesn't have the mana. There's the Holy Light, and there's a Divine Shield, the cooldown just in time. I cannot believe what I'm seeing as that Paladin is keeping the entire human tri-hero army alive. All right, there is the Frost. What happened there? Not quite sure. All right, Frost Nova, Sanctuary, Paladin. Paladin getting the Panda all the way back home, and now we can see, oh gosh, the Water Elemental does get taken down. Back off over here. No Siege Engines in the base, and count it, 1 Obsidian Statue. The difference between victory and defeat. The Obsidian Statue not even nearby, as Passion must be absolutely hurting himself right now. Okay, this is one of those moments where you try to get both healing and mana going on at the same time. Lich without a Rod of Necromancy. There is the Siege Engine. The Siege Engine now backing off. Who is actually going to come out ahead? Some mining could be taking place if there was actually a little bit more gold. Dark Ranger now hunting for that one particular Siege Engine. Not going to spot it. Here it is. And here we go. All right, that Siege Engine now already down on armor, taking a bit of damage. And what is going to be happening next? The Siege Engine down to 400 some odd hit points. Is it going to fall? Is anything left back over here? No, the units need to go back home. Dark Ranger looking for perhaps any buildings or anything free to take out, as we now see the Staff of Teleportation on the Dark Ranger returning back home. All right, there's the Breath of Fire, and now Water Elemental is going to be coming back in. This is just an absolute nightmare. Both sides going to be losing a bit of, a beautiful Holy Light taking down another Crypt Fiend, and the Obsidian Statue gets taken down. Archmage may get taken down. Staff of Sanctuary not happening just quite yet, and I believe there is the GG. a 53-minute game here on Amazonia. Hope you guys enjoyed it as a bonus game.